Welcome to the Essex County College Financial Aid Online Orientation for the 2013-2014 academic year. This online orientation will take approximately 60 minutes. Meeting the cost of obtaining a college education is a challenge for most students and families. Our core mission is our dedication to providing excellent service to the students of Essex County College by anticipating and responding to their individual and diverse needs. This presentation provides both prospective and enrolled students with the information and tools necessary to apply for all sources of available aid. The Office of Financial Aid is committed to promoting universal access to higher education by providing you with the financial solutions to achieving your academic goals. How do I apply for financial aid at Essex County College? Complete and file the free application for federal student aid called the FAFSA. Go to www.faffsa.gov. When should I file the FAFSA? By the ECC Priority Processing Deadline, May 1st, 2013. Files received after this date will be processed on a first-come, first-served basis, or at least 30 days before you register for classes. And state aid application deadlines are 2012-2013 tuition aid grant recipients, June 1st, 2013, date received. All other applicants, October the 1st, 2013 for fall and spring terms, date received, and March the 1st, 2014, spring term only, date received. Federal aid application deadline is June 30th, 2014. Before you file the FAFSA, apply and complete the admissions process to Essex County College. Activate your ECC email account on the ECC portal at myecc.essex.edu. Accessing the ECC portal. Click My ECC and follow the quick help instructions to open your account. If you are a new student or never logged into the My ECC portal, look under Quick Help and view the My ECC login for students tutorial. After viewing the tutorial, log into the portal by entering your username and password. If you don't know your username, look under Quick Help and click What is my username and email address? Link and follow the instructions. After keying in your username and password, click the login box to access your ECC portal account. What will I need to file the FAFSA? A PIN number to sign the FAFSA electronically. Student and parent, if dependent, will need a PIN number. Apply for the PIN at www.tin.ed.gov. Tax return. Student and parent, if dependent, information for 2012 and or the amount for any untaxed income received in 2012. That includes welfare, disability, etc., if applicable. ECC FAFSA, school code 007107. IRS data retrieval tool. IRS data retrieval tool. Link tax data into your FAFSA. Recommended. Import your tax information into your FAFSA by using the IRS data retrieval tool. File your federal tax return, student and parent, if dependent, electronically. You must wait 2 to 3 weeks for IRS to process your and your parent's tax returns before you can use the IRS data retrieval tool. Note, if you filed a paper tax return, you must wait 6 to 8 weeks before you can use the IRS data retrieval tool. If you and your parent do not use the IRS data retrieval tool and are selected for verification, you must submit a copy of your and your parent's IRS tax return transcript to the Office of Financial Aid. Available aid. What aid am I applying for when I complete the FAFSA? Grants, federal and state, funds you do not repay. Federal, there's the Pell Grant. Federal Supplemental Educational Opportunity Grant, SEOG. For the state, there's Tuition Aid Grant, TAG. For the state also, Part-Time Pilot Tuition Aid Grant, PPTG. And for the state also, there is Educational Opportunity Fund called EOS. State scholarships, which are merit-based. New Jersey Stars, Governor's Urban Scholarship, Federal Work Study, FWS. This is an on-campus job program. Students work on campus 15 hours a week. Funds are very limited and are awarded on a first-come, first-served basis. You must complete a Federal Work Study application to be considered for these funds. Application is available at www.essex.edu/finaid. That's FINAID. Alternative loans, funds that must be repaid with interest. New Jersey class loans and other private loans from any lending institution. Applying for state aid. You apply for state aid, that's TAG, EOS, New Jersey Stars, New Jersey class loans, etc., by completing and filing the FAFSA. When you complete the FAFSA, click the link on the confirmation page at the end of the FAFSA and respond to the state questions. Additionally, if applying for a New Jersey class loan, complete the online New Jersey class loan application at http://www.hagesasaga.org/tagesashome.aspx. Awarding process. What happens after I file my FAFSA? 3 to 5 working days after you file, check your eligibility status on myecc.essex.edu. Check myecc.essex.edu for any missing information required to complete your file. Submit any missing information or forms immediately to the Financial Aid Office. Your eligibility cannot be determined until your file is complete. Read your ECC email daily for financial aid announcements and updates. Federal Report and State Notice. Student Aid Report, called the SAR, summarizes the information you provided on your FAFSA. Review your Student Aid Report carefully to make sure it's correct and complete. Keep the SAR for your records. Student Eligibility Notice, called the SIN, is an official document used by HESA to inform TAG applicants of their award eligibility at their selected college or university. Keep the SIN for your records. The award amount sent to you on the SAR and SIN may not be the same as your final award amount. Registration credits and required corrections may change the initial assessed award amount. How long does the awarding process take? You may be selected for a process called verification. If you are, it may take longer to review your file. Allow 6 to 8 weeks for the Financial Aid Office to review your file and determine your eligibility for aid. So file early. Verification. Verification. Verification is the process of determining the accuracy of information reported on the FAFSA. The Financial Aid Office will send the student an email to request documentation of verifiable information, missing information, and a verification worksheet if required, and also an IRS tax return transcript. IRS tax return transcript. How to obtain an IRS tax return transcript. The recommended method is for you to go directly to the IRS office in person and pick up the IRS tax return transcript. The IRS office is located at 20 Washington Place, Newark, New Jersey, or the next two options are available but are not recommended because of the long IRS processing time. Online, go to www.irs.gov/. Go to the tools and choose Order an IRS Tax Return Transcript, or call 800-908-9946 to order an IRS tax return transcript. A paper transcript will be mailed to you within 8 to 11 days, depending on the volume at the IRS office. It may take a little longer. Verification for state aid. The New Jersey Higher Education Student Assistance Authority, HESA, may request specific income documentation to determine a student's eligibility to receive a tuition aid grant. Submit any requested information directly to HESA to the address indicated. Submitting documentation. Where to submit documents? In person, Office of Financial Aid, room 4120, main campus. Dropbox, that's located outside Office of Financial Aid, room 4120, main campus. And at West Essex campus, report to Faculty Center, room 8. How to submit documents. Make copies of all documents being submitted. The Office of Financial Aid does not make copies. Student and parent must sign all forms where required. Include name of student and the ECC ID number on each page. Check all copies for legibility and completeness. Make sure there are no missing pages. How to submit documents. Proof of citizenship status. In person, bring the original proof of citizenship document and 2 copies, front and back, to the financial aid counter. Proof of citizenship status cannot be submitted via the financial aid office Dropbox. The financial aid Dropbox. Comply with the previous instructions on how to submit documents. Submit all documents that HESA requests directly to HESA. Do not submit proof of citizenship via the financial aid Dropbox. Complete and attach the financial aid Dropbox transmittal form to the documents that you submit. Note, the Office of Financial Aid will not be responsible for your registration bill, if eligible, if your file is incomplete or if documents were submitted after your payment due date. Check myecc.essex.edu for all requested documents. After submitting documents, allow 2 business days for documents to be logged into our system before checking to see if the documents were accepted. The Office of Financial Aid will mail all unaccepted documents back to students. Allow 6 to 8 weeks for your file to be reviewed for eligibility. Eligibility. What determines my eligibility for aid? General requirements. Program of study, you must be working towards a degree or certificate. Academic progress. Citizenship status. Student loans, you cannot be in default. No illegal drug conviction for sale or possession while receiving Title IV funds. Not owe a repayment or overpayment of a federal grant. Selective service if required. And high school, GED, or complete a homeschool program. What determines my eligibility for aid? Register for selective service if required at www.sss.gov. The process is easy. You will be prompted to key in the following information to register: name, social security number, date of birth, or answer yes to the FAFSA question, register student for selective service. This is question 22 on the FAFSA. What determines my eligibility for aid continues? Cost of attendance. ECC determines the cost of attendance, or the budget, the estimate of educational expenses for the academic year. Estimated family contributions, called the EFC. The number that determines your eligibility and amount of aid you will receive. Financial needs. That is, the cost of attendance minus the EFC will equal the need. Enrollment status. Class attendance. You must attend all classes, not be reported as a no-show. For details on all requirements, go to our website, www.essex.edu/findaid. Special circumstances. The formula to determine financial aid eligibility is standard for all applicants. There is some flexibility in recalculating eligibility for special circumstances. Examples: you or family experienced an income reduction due to unemployment, disability, divorce, or death. Loss of untaxed income, meaning child support, Social Security, etc. Documenting special circumstances. Students must file an income or dependency status appeal. The appeal forms are available on our website at www.essex.edu/findaid. The special circumstance must be fully documented with IRS tax return transcript, death certificate, court documentation, and letters from appropriate agencies, individuals, or employers. Note: the reason must be found, and you will have to provide adequate proof to support your appeal. How will I know if I am eligible for aid? If awarded aid, your ECC award letter will be posted on myecc.essex.edu. It will show the funds and amounts awarded for each semester. If denied aid, your denial reason will be posted on myecc.essex.edu under the Web Services tab. How long am I eligible for Pell? Pell eligibility. Lifetime eligibility used, called the LEU. The lifetime duration of Pell Grant eligibility is 12 full semesters or 600%, effective July 1, 2012. To review your LEU, log on to the National Student Loan Data System, NSLDS, at www.nslds.ed.gov. Academic progress. How do I establish and maintain satisfactory academic progress? Call SAT. To establish and retain eligibility for aid, you must be meeting ECC's Financial Aid Satisfactory Academic Progress requirements. Quantitative measure is the credits attempted. Maximum time frame for completion is the length of time you attend and can continue receiving aid but must complete your degree or certificate. Qualitative measure is grade point average or GPA. Satisfactory Academic Progress Policy, SAP. A student's entire ECC academic record is used to calculate academic status. Even the courses paid for by the student from his or her own resources are included in the calculation for determining a student's financial aid academic progress. SAP continues. Academic progress is reviewed once per year at the end of the spring semester or summer one if the student attends to determine the student's academic status for the new year. SAP continues. Criteria 1. Maximum time frame to receive aid. The student must complete his degree within 150% maximum time frame for his degree or certificate. Example, your degree requires 66 credits for you to graduate. You may attempt no more than 99 credits, that's 150%, to earn your degree. SAP continues. Criteria 2. Credit completion ratio or calculating PACE, quantitative measure. PACE or completion ratio is calculated by taking the cumulative number of college credits the student has successfully completed and dividing it by the number of attempted credits. Credits accepted and transferred from other schools are counted in the calculation as both attempted and completed credits. To meet the quantitative requirement, the student's completion ratio must be 67% or higher. Credit completion ratio. How to calculate PACE, quantitative measure. Cumulative earned college credits divided by the cumulative attempted college credits equals the completion ratio. During an academic year, a student who attempted 30 college-level credits but only earned 24 credits with a 2.0 cumulative GPA has a completion ratio of 80% because the calculated ratio is equal to or greater than 67%. The student is meeting the SAP quantitative measure. 24 divided by 30 equals 80%. Passing benchmark is 67%. Cumulative earned credits and cumulative attempted credits include transfer credits. SAP continues. Criteria 3. Grade point average, called the GPA. Qualitative measure. The qualitative component is measured by reviewing a student's cumulative college GPA to verify that the student has met the required minimum college GPA of 2.0. SAP continues. Criteria 4. Maximum number of remedial credits a student is allowed to attempt are 30 remedial non-credit coursework. Financial aid will not pay for more than 30 remedial non-credits. How are remedial and repeated courses counted? Financial aid will not pay for more than 30 remedial non-credit coursework. Repeated courses are counted towards attempted credits. A repeated course is only counted if it replaces a previous course for which you received no credit. Financial aid will only pay for one repeat course for which the student has already passed. Keep in mind, grade of D is passing. Withdrawal and incomplete courses also count in credits attempted. Financial aid probation. Financial aid probation. Students who fail to meet the standards of the academic status table are denied aid. Students may appeal to be placed on financial aid probation. A student must meet with an academic counselor, establish an academic plan for completing his degree or certificate. Approved academic plan stipulations are 1. The student must complete 100% of every course taken for that semester, and 2. Must earn a 2.0 GPA in those courses, and 3. Must not get a W withdrawal or an I incomplete grade in any course taken during that or subsequent financial aid probation semesters. How to file a financial aid Academic Progress Appeal. Students must download an Appeal for Financial Aid Probation form at www.essex.edu/findaid. Submit the appeal to a counselor in the Student Development and Counseling Office, room 4122, with documentation to support the reason for the appeal. The student and the counselor will establish an academic plan. Counselor and student must agree with and assign the academic plan. The counselor will submit the approved or denied academic plan to the Office of Financial Aid. The Office of Financial Aid will either award student aid for one semester based on the counselor's recommendation, assuming student meets all other eligibility criteria to receive aid, or deny student aid. Paying your registration bill. Pay your registration bill. Tuition payments can be made online or in person at the Bursar's office. Payment options: cash, check, money orders, credit cards, debit cards, outside scholarships, or college payment plan. With the college payment plan, the initial amount due is 1/3 of the registration bill, with the remaining balance payable in 2 equal installments, or there is financial aid. Note: a student's registration bill must be paid within 24 hours after student registers for classes. What happens if you are not awarded when you register for classes? Apply for the Financial Aid Temporary Registration Protection Program, called the FAT-RP. The FAT-RP program is only for eligible financial aid applicants. FAT-RP continues. Student must meet the criteria, apply for, and agree to the terms of the FAT-RP. Access the FAT-RP on the ECC portal or by clicking the My ECC tab on our homepage. Make a copy of the completed FAT-RP form for your records. Allow 24 hours for the FAT-RP to be applied to your registration bill if you are eligible to use the FAT-RP. Not eligible for the FAT-RP? What happens if you are not awarded aid when you register for classes and you are ineligible to use the FAT-RP? You must make arrangements to pay your registration bill. Enrollment status. Enrollment status. See table. Note: you do not have to be full-time to receive Pell, part-time TAG, SEOG, and loans, but you must be at least half-time to receive a loan. You must be full-time as indicated above to receive the maximum award for Pell based on your EFC and for TAG and EOS based on your New Jersey Eligibility Index, called your NJEI. Class attendance. Class attendance is required for all aid programs. No shows, meaning you never attended a class. If no shows are reported incorrectly by your instructors, it is your responsibility to correct all no-shows. Your aid may be adjusted, and non-attendance, meaning no shows, may affect your academic standing. You will be responsible to pay for classes that you do not attend. Withdrawal or failure to enroll. You could jeopardize receipt of some types of aid if you are not properly enrolled at the time the funds are dispersed. If you fail to enroll or begin attendance, your aid must be canceled. You must officially withdraw from any classes that you are not attending. Consult a counselor before you withdraw. Withdrawals can affect your academic standing. When you withdraw before the 60% point of the semester, financial aid will adjust your aid in accordance with ECC's tuition refund policy. Award adjustments. Award adjustments. Awards may be adjusted based on changes in your enrollment status, corrections made to your or your parents' information on the FAFSA, official or unofficial total withdrawal, non-attendance to class, academic progress regulations, failure to meet the general eligibility requirements for aid. Books. Buying your books. You will be issued a book voucher if you have aid remaining after all charges are paid in full. Book vouchers are usually available 2 weeks before the semester begins. Check for your book voucher on web services located on our ECC homepage and follow the directions for obtaining your book voucher. Print 2 copies of your book voucher, one for the bookstore and one for your records. Books continued. Funds that you spend in the bookstore using a book voucher are deducted from your financial aid award. You may opt out and not participate in the ECC book voucher program. Download and complete the Essex County College book voucher opt-out form from our ECC website. Submit form to the Office of Financial Aid. Note, if your eligibility for aid changes in enrollment, eligibility status, etc., you are solely responsible for all charges made in the bookstore. Refunds. Financial aid refunds. If you have funds remaining from your award after your tuition, fees, book voucher, if applicable, and all charges are paid in full, you are entitled to a financial aid refund. Sign up with the Bursar for our direct deposit or debit card program. Either program is a safe and convenient way to receive your refund. Download and complete the authorization forms for this program at www.essex.edu/Bursar, that's B-U-R-S-A-R. The refund is deposited directly into your checking or savings account or uploaded onto a debit card by the Bursar. Calculating your total award. Amount awarded by fund. Enter the amount below that you were awarded for each fund listed on your ECC Financial Aid Award Letter. Do not include New Jersey STARS, Federal Work Study, and loan amounts. Calculating your financial aid refund continued. Enter your total charges from your registration bill, tuition, fees, other charges, and any prior balances for the semester term. This will be number 2, total of all charges. Enter the amount of your book voucher or book loan you actually charged in the ECC bookstore for the semester term. This will be number 3. Refund calculations. Total of all awards for semester term, which is number 1, minus the total of all charges, number 2, minus book voucher loan amount, number 3, equals the amount of your refund, if any. Summer term. Summer terms. Summer 1, May through June. Summer 2, July to August. Summer 2 begins a new academic year. All eligible students must complete an ECC application for aid for each summer term, Summer 1 and Summer 2. If you are ineligible for Pell, have no Pell remaining, and are ineligible for SELG, you do not have an EXC of 0, do not complete an ECC summer application. Be prepared to pay your registration bill and buy your book. Apply for aid summer terms. First, register for summer classes. Determine your eligibility for Summer 1 aid. See table in the next slide. Only available funds, Pell and SEOG. SEOG is awarded on a first-come, first-served basis. Complete and submit an ECC summer application available at www.essex.edu/FINAID. That's FINAID. Determine eligibility for Summer 1 table. In general, if you were full-time for 2 semesters during this academic year, you have no Pell remaining. Please look at the table to see if you may be eligible for aid if you were part-time. The table displays all semesters, terms, and combinations in the same academic year. Renewal FAFSA. Applying for aid next year. Students are required to apply for aid every academic year. FAFSA available after January 1st each year. Complete the FAFSA by the ECC priority processing deadline of May 1st each year. Contact information. Office location and hours. Office locations: Newark Campus, room 4120, 4th floor. West Essex Campus, Faculty Center, room 8. Office days and hours. Newark Campus, Mondays through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 4:15 p.m. Friday, 9 a.m. to 2:45 p.m. West Essex Campus, office hours as posted. Check website for summer hours at http://essex.edu/find-aid/office.information.html. Office hours are subject to change. We post all changes. Contact information table. How do we communicate with you? We communicate with students via students' ECC email addresses and students' FAFSA email addresses. Office of Financial Aid Fax 973-877-3586. We prefer that you email us, but allow 2 business days for a response. Read your email daily. Miscellaneous information. Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, FERPA law. Essex County College makes every attempt to respect and protect the right to privacy of our students, 18 years of age and over. However, we recognize that students may need to share sensitive information with other individuals. Therefore, students have the right to waive their rights to privacy and allow members of the college to speak to identified individuals about matters related to their enrollment and/or financial aid information. Students must report to the Executive Dean of Student Success and complete a request to waive privacy rights form. Students can list the persons authorized to have access to specific permissible information listed on the form, and the form must be reactivated if an expiration date is given on the initiation date. Miscellaneous information continues. The Financial Aid Shopping Sheet is a consumer tool used to notify students about their financial aid package. It is a standardized form that is designed to simplify the information that prospective students receive about costs and financial aid. Using the shopping sheet, students can easily compare institutions and make informed decisions about where to attend school. The shopping sheet will be available for use beginning in the 2013-2014 award year. If a student has additional questions, Where can a student find detailed information about financial aid? At www.essex.edu/finaid. We hope this presentation has been helpful to you. This is the end of our presentation.